Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is just an absolute blast and by far the best of the trilogy so far. We know Sonic 4 is confirmed, it's on the way. We do have two post-credit scenes for this film that do help to set that up. But so far of the three, Sonic 3 is the best. And I enjoy the first two. I'm also saying this as a just fan of the movies. I'm not like I never played the Sonic games. I think I saw a little bit of one of the Sonic cartoons growing up, but I'm not a hardcore Sonic fan that knows all the lore and everything. Like I really didn't know anything at all about Shadow before this film, but he is the best part of it. Really, Shadow and Jim Carrey. Like Sonic 3. It's the winner right there. You got those two. Jim Carrey honestly has been the best part of all of the films. And it's just so great to see him back in action. Because Jim Carrey just has such a unique comedy style. It's such a shame that we don't have more actors that are so wild and just so over the top hilarious like Jim Carrey is. And so getting to see him, kind of back to his prime in this franchise is just amazing because they totally just he let loose. They give him permission to just let loose here, and it pays off so well. And that's honestly the thing I love about these movies the most is they're able to combine such fantastic humor, which is both sometimes just super out of pocket, just funny regular jokes, but there's some great meta moments as well, references. I love all the movie references. It's great. It's fantastic. They're able to take such humor and pair that with the amazing action sequences and just the vibrant colors of these characters. Because that was another thing, is visually, this film looks great. Especially seeing as how, especially the first movie, very much kind of did the trope of famous cartoon character or whatever is brought into live action and is introduced to the human world. Second time it's happened with James Marsden. Shout out Hop, my favorite Easter movie. But he's no stranger to CGI characters. But in that first movie, it was mostly like it was Sonic and then a bunch of human characters. But as the franchise gone on, and especially in this one, the human characters are barely here. Obviously they still have meaningful scenes, and honestly some of the best scenes of the movie, I think, and very, very important ties to these characters because of the relationships that have developed throughout this franchise. But having so much screen time spent with just our Sonic characters is fantastic, and they look great the whole time. They don't look like CGI blobs. They look like actual fuzzy creatures that are just on set. Especially Shadow. You could tell they really took the time on him. And again, like I said, he is probably the best part of this movie, especially going into this not knowing really anything at all about Shadow. I knew what I knew from the trailers because I work at a movie theater and we have a TV screen out in our lobby that plays trailers, and so I've heard this Sonic 3 trailer over and over and over again, and I just keep hearing, Shadow, he's just like you, except where you found family and friends, all he found was pain. And that was one of the things I enjoyed here quite a bit, is that Shadow has a very tragic backstory. And again, this is a very humorous, comedic film, but they don't let that bleed into Shadow's story too much. Like, obviously, there's some funny moments revolving around Shadow, but when we're focusing on that backstory and that pain and the rage that he feels, it's completely serious. And I love the drama that was brought to that, because there are scenes here that honestly almost brought me to tears. I mean, not quite, but especially at the end. Obviously this is non-spoiler review, so I won't say what happens, but like there's moments where it seems like something's gonna happen or whatever it may be, and it, like, started to get teary-eyed, especially related to Shadow and his backstory. I thought was just really, really wonderfully done. Obviously, all the performances in this film are great. Keanu Reeves as Shadow is fantastic. I loved both kind of the contrast between his softer side in the flashbacks and his now just full rage mode in present day. Ben Schwartz, of course, is fantastic. I love that guy. I really hope he gets to play Plastic Man in the DCU. Obviously, Jim Carrey, we already talked about. Idris Elba and Colleen O'Shaughnessy are great as Tails and Knuckles. I haven't seen the Knuckles series on Paramount Plus because it didn't really spark my interest, and you can definitely watch this movie without having seen that and understand what's going on. But there was one moment that I was like, oh, I'm assuming this was probably a small setup in the Knuckles series. And Knuckles is just a hilarious, fun character to be around, so this does make me want to watch that more. So that's definitely very exciting. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say here, but this was just a really fun time. Again, as not a hardcore Sonic fan and just somebody who enjoys these movies, I really enjoyed this. I really, really had fun with this. This is my favorite of the three. And I cannot wait for Sonic 4, which again has now been officially confirmed. It's happening. I believe it releases in 2027. So, I mean, 2024 is done in a couple weeks. So basically 2 years away, which is really very much exciting. And again, as I mentioned previously as well, we do have two post-credit scenes. We have a mid-credit scene and an end credit scene at the end of this film. So make sure you stay tuned for those because there's two very important teases for what's to come in the future of this franchise, which again, I'm very excited for because these are fun characters, they're fun movies, and I'm excited to see where things go next. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What did you think about Sonic the Hedgehog 3? What was your favorite character? What were your favorite moments? And where do you think things are going in the next one? And of course, if you do talk spoilers in the comments below, please make sure to mark that so nobody gets spoiled and can preserve the experience. Because honestly, another thing I want to say real quick, there's a lot, like, I only watched, I think, probably the one trailer, but there were a lot of really big surprising moments in this film that I don't believe were shown, that I bet Sonic fans will get really, really excited about. And again, me, just as a casual viewer, was also very excited. So, anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so keep up to date on everything goes on in the movie life.